Hello, everyone. My name is Lena,
And I am Shantae.
and this is
We're
our
our
legacy.
legacy.
Welcome back. I hope everyone had a great weekend. We're so excited to be here today because one thing we want to do today is continue our conversation from last week, and we want to
Community.
start about community, right?
Yep.
The importance of community. So many things have happened in the past the week. My sister was telling me about some stats about how many shootings have happened in our communities over the weekend. What were the stats that you saying that you seen?
Well, based off Chicago Breaking News, I always go to Chicago Breaking News
Okay.
to find out the news.
Uh-huh.
And based on their records, it said that it was 22 shootings over the weekend.
22
shootings,
shootings
yes.
over the weekend. That is extremely devastating.
Yes.
Extremely devastating when we have children in our community, we have elders in the community. So today we want to talk about how
Community.
important community,
Absolutely.
you know.
Yes.
And last week we talked about making no sacrifice, and we talked about love in the community. But we have to talk about, and I'm gonna beat
Love.
this every week. I cannot come to you with solutions. I can't come to you with what things we can do, how we can better things, if we don't talk about community. A community, we have to, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for? Self-regulate. We have to self-improve. We have to self-support
That's
each
true.
other. We can also have outside sources, but what are we doing for each other? How do we support each other to make sure that our neighbor, if they need anything, or if there's things that's
safe,
happening in our
make sure
community,
they're
how do we
protected.
take care of the community? If our community is not clean, if we don't have resources in our community, if people in our community are not, nutrition, fit, these things sound very simple to you guys, and these are things that the regular people don't talk about, but these are things that we're going to talk about, and they're simple solutions.
Yeah.
How do you say hello?
Exactly.
Yeah, we
right.
like we talk about you guys every week. We have a campaign that's called Hello.
Hello campaign.
We simply speak to people and we say hello to everyone in our community to the best that we can.
Yes.
We do projects surrounding speaking, saying hello.
That's right.
Every morning I get on
Mentoring
social
in the
media,
school.
I say hello because hello goes a long way. It means what?
Hello means simply love, respect, and acknowledgement. It means that I respect you,
Right.
And I appreciate you, I
Right.
honor you, I love you, and I
Right.
value you most
Right.
importantly.
So if you
as
speak
a
to someone, you
community
speak to
resident.
an elder. I'll give you an example, right? Now this example may not be I may have not behaved properly in this example though, but I'm gonna give it to you because it was heat in the moment. So I play football on Sundays, right? Yes, Saturdays and Sundays. So I was going to football on Sunday, and I was on the bus, right? And on the bus, it's plenty of elders on the bus, right? And I'm one of them individuals. If I see an elder, I get up. If someone needs help, get to their seat. I want the individual help. So this particular situation, some young 12, 13-year-old, maybe 11, 12-year-old young men got on the bus. And actually, the young men got on the bus and they didn't pay. So, of course, the bus driver's having a conversation with them, right?
That's right. Yeah.
He having a conversation with them, and guess what? While we're having a conversation on the bus, someone hit the bus and the bus was not moving. I'm like, oh my God, I'm trying to get to football. I'm going to be late. I'm already running late.
Right.
So whatever the case may be, the gentleman had to get off the bus. And so we got off the bus waiting for the next bus.
Right.
So a young lady got on the bus
Okay.
and got off the bus and she lit a cigarette, right? She lit a cigarette and one of the young men proceeded to tell her, in this matter,
Okay.
you need to get that smoke away from me. Like he was about to beat her down.
Oh man.
Now, of course, the young person in me
Yeah.
had to step up and say something.
Absolutely.
Because he extremely disrespected the elder.
I've seen that.
He
many
already
a times.
disrespected the bus driver by getting on the bus. We got to have a conversation with
Right.
them. And the bus driver was about to let him on the bus. But he had a
That's
nasty
privilege.
attitude
Yeah.
at 12 and 13, maybe 11 years old. And he definitely disrespected this woman, right? So I looked to the young man and said, look,
Yeah.
it's two of you guys together. One of you, I see you on a regular bus not paying for the bus. Okay? I said, the other gentleman, I said, but what you're not going to do, you're not going to disrespect this lady right here in front of us. There was some guys with us.
Yeah.
And then the other gentleman started to get hostile. So then the man stepped in and he said, you know what, young men, you're not going to disrespect these women.
Right.
And you're not going to get on this next bus because you guys are not already paying. So you're not going to get on the bus. And then he shooed them away.
Right.
That's part of community, supporting each other. But
Absolutely.
the problem is that first off, those children
Yeah.
was very hostile and disrespectful to a woman. right?
That's
So
bad.
you start to look at what is our community teaching our young people that he can tell
Yep.
an adult woman in a disrespectful manner,
Yeah.
get away from me, don't talk to me, and you.
Well, I think-
It was just
I think
crazy.
part of that has to do with us tolerating it. We tolerate it too
Yes.
much. We don't necessarily encourage
Right.
bad behavior, but I think we tolerate it. We
Right.
shouldn't.
We
at
may
this
encourage
point,
it too.
Well, yeah, maybe
with,
so.
what we have going on in our communities, we in our communities.
By tolerating,
We're tolerating
encouraging,
because
yeah.
first of all, at 10 o'clock in the morning, where were their parents at? They're allowed these, and they ride. One of them ride the bus on the regular for free. He just gets on the bus, and the bus driver doesn't have time because we're trying to get somewhere, so he just lets them on and do what he has to do. But this particular time is now on the weekend at 10 o'clock in the morning. They're getting on the bus. And just want to get on. This little boy had, I mean, when I say his attitude was nasty and aggressive to the bus driver,
Yeah.
then I was like, and I told him, let me be real clear, I told him, say, look, you messing with the wrong one.
As a community, we
I
have
will
to
use
step
my
in.
military skills
Uh-oh.
on you, and I told him I'm not going to physically fight you at all.
Right.
I'm going to do what I need to do to handle this situation
Right.
professionally and respectfully, and then I'm going to have a reach out to your parent, because at the end of the day, there's no reason that young man should be speaking to an adult like that.
No,
that did
absolutely
nothing
not.
to him. All he had to do was walk away.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? Or he could have said in a nice way, "Oh my God, man, I don't smoke." But it was so nasty. I thought he was gonna jump the lady. That's why I had to interject
Yeah,
and
we have.
get
Yeah,
into
and,
it.
and that
Right.
like you said, is
Right.
what community
Right.
support is.
Right.
That's what it means.
And then
to
I'm going to say
support.
this again. I got another bus story. I was getting on the bus
Well,
2 weeks from that.
let's keep
And on the bus for that. And it's not the people that are on the bus. It's the
Uh-huh.
community. So a young boy was on the bus, and my bus was late. And someone robbed the young boy on the bus. Another 11, 12. Some teenagers robbed the little boy on the bus. And what happened was the community stood up, called the police, and
Okay.
did what they need to do so that this little boy wasn't invaded.
Yeah.
Because what they did, took his phone, and he had like $30 on him.
Right.
They don't know what his financial situation was to take his money. So, but unfortunately,
Yeah.
these teenagers are now going to have a record because they robbed the kid. They are going to jail, and they are going to get prosecuted for robbing someone on the CTA bus in broad daylight. And it was a young guy because they thought they can get away with it.
Right.
They didn't think the people on the bus was going to care enough to say anything.
But they
the
stood
people,
up and they
stood
stepped up,
they
and that's
came
what
together,
coming together,
and they
yeah.
they were not afraid of what's going on. But we have to do
We
that
need more of
in
that.
everyday situation. It doesn't mean that you have to be hostile
No.
to our youth and young
Because that
adults
won't,
because
you
they
can't
got
be
that
hostile.
issue.
If you be
Yeah.
hostile towards them,
Right, and I must be
come
honest,
at
I was
them
a
in
little
aggressive way.
hostile. I got a little aggressive with the young man because I was like, nah, not today.
But you got to discern when to use your aggressiveness.
Exactly. And sometimes we just have to talk to the young men and young women who get on the bus and just, again, where are the parents at, where are the community at that when back in my day,
Right.
and I'm from this community around here, that when we did something wrong, the next neighbor could call the parents and say, look, I seen your son and your daughter doing these things. Or we can say to the young man or young woman, or the kid, say, look, you're not doing what's appropriate. You know what? You can't do that anymore. If not, we're going to have a little talk with your parent.
Right.
Nowadays, the elders tell me on a regular basis that they are scared. They feel unsafe. And most of these elders own their homes, they work jobs, they're retired, and they are scared to come out of their homes.
Yes, they are.
That cannot be the case. We need them. We need that support. So it means that the younger generation, the parents of these younger youth, have to stand up and look at their home and where they live at as a community. We do not look at where we live at as a community. We are distressed in our community, but just because we're distressed in our communities doesn't mean that we cannot care about it and we cannot fix the situation, despite we have a lot of things going on. I understand we have so many things that come against us each week. Being black sometimes, being a woman, just being poor and being impoverished. But sometimes we have to just balance 1,000 things to be successful. It is what it has to do. We are balancing. We just had a death in our family this weekend. Man, it was a situation, but we have to balance. We have to get up the next day. We have to do what we need to do to be successful, to come together as a family to make sure that everyone is okay.
That's be another topic. We're going to talk about family
grieving,
too as well.
grieving,
family support.
Yes.
Community
yes.
to family. We're going to touch on all
exactly.
topics.
But in the meanwhile, Miss Shantae is about to switch out a little bit, and we're going to have a guest come on. But if you have any questions about what we got going on, if you want to contact us after the show, go ahead and put this little overhead in over here. Oh, let me zoom it out. Zoom. There we go. Let me zoom too. There's zoom too right there. Okay, is that it? Okay, let's see. There we go. Let me get it all situated right here. Right? There we go. There we go. So if you have any questions, you can contact us at 773-303-5846. You can actually text us, or you can check out our website and check us out. So let me see if I go to our website right here. Here's our website. You can go check us out. And make sure, like I tell you every week, don't forget to click the more button. And there's a lot of extra activities and things that's going on here on our website. Please, if you would like to support, please support us as much as possible. These are the individuals who continue to support us. We appreciate anything that you can do. And but again, if you have any questions, you can always hit us up on our website, or you can call us and text us at any time. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So now we have a guest here today. I'm going to go ahead and let him introduce himself. Go ahead.
Hello guys, how you doing today? I am El Vuco with Vuco. We are a non-for-profit business that basically tends to the artistic nature of our youth.
Okay.
That's musicians.
There you go.
Fashion designers.
Woo! We need
bloggers.
we need to connect with you.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
And what we want to do is basically build relationships with these youth and
Okay.
build business with these
Okay.
guys, you know, because they may be artistic, but they might not have those business skills already developed.
Yep, I agree. I agree with
So
that.
that's pretty much what we do. We basically cater to those skills that young youth have,
Okay.
all the way youth to adults really. But we
Okay.
really cater to youth, and we try to go to different schools and have different events
Okay.
and museums just to give those kids who probably haven't been out of their neighborhood
Right.
more things to do pertaining to art, music, fashion, and culture.
Okay, so if you have any questions about what we're talking about today, you can call us at 312-738-1060. Of course, my sister is over there on the phones. But so give me your take about community.
Well, you know, I agree with everything you guys said. You
Okay.
know, I feel like in the community we do need to link more.
Right.
I think there is a divide in the community with the
Okay.
youth and the elders.
Okay.
And just like you said earlier, there was that situation with the youth where just maybe there was if he was had more home training, maybe.
Yes, home training.
Maybe grandma, you know,
Yes.
not a lot of grandmas
Parents,
anymore,
right.
and you know, really instilling those values in the youth. And that's where my generation, I like to come in because I want to, you know.
And how old are you?
I'm 30.
There you go.
Yeah, so I want to, you know, I want to bring those youth who feel, you know, impoverished and angry.
Okay.
You know, I want to bring that culture to them to show them, you know, we can do better. You know,
Okay.
especially we've all been through stuff. You know,
Right.
I'm from Altgale Gardens.
Hold on for 1 second. We're going to go ahead and take a caller right quick. Caller, what's your question or comment?
Yes, thank you very much. I love the name Our Legacy.
Thank you.
I'm your first god brother now.
Okay.
I'm an elder. You know, I'm 72 years old.
Okay, there you go.
The old people need the young people, and the young people need the old people.
For sure.
Yep.
So
For
I
sure.
would like to work out a collaboration through education of Black history,
Okay.
culture, and heritage, and music with our legacy group.
All right, well, definitely
Yeah.
for sure we'll be able to connect with each other. But I have a question for you. In your opinion, at 72 years old and you are elder, what is your take on how important community is?
On what? How the
How
community
important is community?
Oh, well, the community is everyone that's in the community needs each other.
Okay.
As I mentioned earlier, the old people need the young people. I am the president of the Harold Washington Foundation.
Okay.
And we like to invite you to this Swift Mansion location
Okay.
for the young people every Sunday at 4500 South Michigan
Okay.
from 2:30 to 4:30. And
Okay.
for other information, people can reach me for jobs or businesses at 312-671-2666. 2773.
All right,
Ministry
sounds like a
Park,
plan. And we
South
will
Park.
actually grab your information. We can actually add it onto our website. Well, thank you for a question, and thank you for your comment. So go back to what you were saying about community and how your young generation. How do you think that your generation? You're 30, I'm 42, so there's a slight difference in how we see things. So how do you think? What can your generation do differently at 30 years old that can help and impact our communities positively?
Well, we really need to work together.
Okay.
You know, I think one of the main things is we're too distant when it comes to a lot of little small stuff.
Yeah.
Like hairstyles. That's one.
Right.
That's people hate on each other. Yeah,
Yes.
I know you guys heard that term, hating on each other.
Right.
But people have issues with each other for no reason. We need to spread more love in the community. I
Yes,
think.
we talked about that last week. Love is very, but I don't think so I try not to use the word impoverished. I was coming across something and I'd seen someone talking about it, someone on TV, and he said our communities are distressed.
Okay.
Because we are in distress.
I
We're
like that
stressed
word.
out. Exactly. Because just because you're poor doesn't mean that you have to behave and act a certain way.
Right.
There are people around the world who way poorer than my community.
Yes.
And
correct.
on paper, my community is poor. But I promise you, we have way more
True.
than a lot of people around the world. We not poor.
Most
Just to
def.
be real. So again,
Most def.
but we're making it poor because our situations and the things that are coming against us. But I think we are so distressed.
Yeah.
And therefore that we can't love our community because when we walk out the door, you're stressed out.
You know, that's a great point. In America, I think we are brainwashed a little because we want things that we don't need. You know,
Right.
a lot of times
Yeah.
we want things that impress other people,
Right.
and that's backwards. You know, and it comes from a long time ago, all the way back to slavery times.
Right.
You know, so I can't blame any youth for their actions, but
I think it's 50-50. I think it's 50-50. The reason why I say that yes, we have a lot of things against us, but it gets to a point that we still have to take charge of it.
yeah,
And so, but everyone is not meant to be a leader. So the leaders have to say, look, I have to lead you.
Yeah.
You may not be strong enough to handle what's going on, so let me lead you into the right direction. But it does not negate what our experience has come across. That other people who experience a lot, there are a lot of people who come to the United States,
yeah,
right?
Yep.
And they way poor,
yeah.
way things go against them, and
Yep.
but they come here
And
and
they make
get
it happen.
down.
They make it happen.
They get down, but because we hear, we don't see it.
Yeah.
Now, that's also doesn't negate the pain that we feel.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we still have to acknowledge that my pain is no worse than nobody, no better than nobody. But you still have to look at a situation. Sometimes people got worse, but that doesn't negate that I'm still in pain. And to me, my pain is worse than anybody else.
Yeah.
But the reality is that we still have more resources.
Yeah,
You feel what I'm saying?
definitely.
So let's be real clear. Between me and you, driving around black, being a black man, life seems more difficult for you, right?
True.
Walk out the door, but being a black woman, I'm still in pain. I can't feel your pain.
Yeah.
My pain to me is equal to yours. But the
Most
reality is that you may come across more issues for being a black man with locks and things of that nature.
Yes.
So it may be harder for me. So as a woman, I still have to understand.
You know, I
Understand
think
struggle.
a big thing is being a black woman. Y'all carry a lot of our pain.
We do. I agree with that.
We
He
have a lot of
said
issues.
it. I
Yeah,
agree.
really. We
Right.
we have a lot of issues, and y'all have to deal with that.
Yes, we do.
And we carry that into relationships, family,
Yes.
a lot of different stuff.
In the community, that we got to raise the kids, but it's just a lot of things going
Yeah.
on. And again, I think with the men in our community, it's just they have a lot going on against them. I look at my community, and this is not a secret. I live in a distressed community, and sometimes I walk out the door and I just see our young black men, and I'm just like heartbroken.
Yeah, I understand.
I'm heartbroken because the realistic is that I look at the situation, and some people on the outside look in where they just need to get it together. Get together. They got to get, just like I'm saying now.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes the reality is that even though I'm like, it's a double whammy. I know that they should just not be playing victim all the time, but also they pain is so hard they can't pull themselves out.
Yeah, it's very deep.
It's very deep.
Yeah.
But so you look at the situation like, but you guys can't want to do this for the rest of your life. But then that's when I go to small things like, one, you have to, I don't want to say they don't love themselves, but they don't have the tools needed to deal with the situation that's going on.
Almost like they don't value life.
Exactly. They're not valuing their life. They just don't have the energy and the brain power because what they're putting in their bodies are not sufficient enough.
That's true.
If you're on the street slanging drugs, you out here all day gang banging, you're not eating a healthy food. You're not eating healthy food. You're not eating
Fast food.
Nutrition. And it's scientific that what you put in your body determines how you function and how you think. So how can we really expect people out there on the street and doing things just get together when the brain is so powerful?
Yeah.
Right? If they're not putting good nutrition food in their bodies, how can we expect them to get off the street? Because right now they're mentally gone.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? But that's where it comes from us as leaders and the elders. It's up to us to pull them out of it. But before I keep going, tell me a little bit more about, you got any particular programs you want to talk about?
Well,
What
yeah,
you guys do?
we are basically we like to go to different schools and mentor to youth. We like to mentor to the neighborhood children. We actually like to also offer jobs in the community with our Step Up program. That's another program.
Tell us about the Step Up program.
With the Step Up program, we basically offer jobs to community kids who are at least 14, starting at 14. We know 16 is the real age to work, but we find stuff in the community for you guys to do. Maybe it's taking out trash.
Okay.
Or, yeah, we work with real estate agents as well, so
Nice.
we're always doing demo work and stuff. So we really want people who actually have degrees and actually go to school for like that type of work, construction work and stuff like. And if you aren't doing that right now, we're still looking for people to work.
Okay. So again, if you guys have any questions about any information or what he's done, I'm going to put it on our website as well, so you guys can link directly to him. So we have about 2-3 more minutes, right? We got about 2-3 more minutes. So I'm going to leave you with a lasting comments, right? Every week, I'm going to talk about community. I have so many solutions that I can bring to the table. I have so many activities I can bring to the table. But for someone who lives in the distressed community, and so many people out there live in a distressed community, you are not going to do the work if you don't love yourself, if you don't love your community, and if you don't love your situation. And I don't want to say necessarily love yourself. It's love your situation, love your environment. I use myself as an example. Living in a distressed community, sometimes when I walk out the door and there's trash everywhere.
Yeah.
People are just on the street doing whatever, drinking at 9 in the morning, and people are littering, and people are just disrespecting people. I get overwhelmed.
Yeah, I understand.
I get overwhelmed, and I think I got the tools to deal with it, but my brain becomes stressed out, and I get irritated, and I get frustrated. So imagine what the average person is going through. So as a community, we have to stick together. So as I say every week, you can talk a good game, but you have to be about it. You have to. We can talk about all the solutions, everything, but if no one is going to help and no one is going to support in the community, it is no good. I'm going to say it one more time. If you out there, you're hearing me. If you're on Facebook, if you're on IG, whatever you're on, if you hear my voice and you think you want to make a difference, you have to put the work behind it. You just can't talk about it. You have to do the work. We can't do it by ourselves.
Yeah.
You don't have to be an everyday person that's involved in it, but that's what we're here for. You have to support us so we can do the work and get through it. So we're about to wrap up. We have 30 seconds. You have anything to say in 30 seconds?
Well, I just wanted to say, guys, follow us at ViewCo. That's VEUWCO.
There you go.
At ViewCo, and follow us at viewco.com, and stay
Right.
healthy and love yourself and watch out.
Watch out. Thank you, guys. Join us every Monday. This is Best Day Monday. Start off the week great. Best Day Monday. Follow us on social media, and we will talk to you soon. Deuces, peace out.
Peace.
Love your community, and we'll talk to you soon. Peace.